Josh, thank you for coming on MMA Ground and Pound today.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. We're excited about your big upcoming fight at the Bellator 197 this Friday, April 13th.
Yeah, me as well, man. It's been a long time coming. Finally get back in the cage and throw some leather.
Yeah, I noticed that. Unfortunately, some of the fights got canceled in the last couple of fights. What happened with those?
I scheduled a fight on RFA and caught pneumonia about a week before that, and then just been trying to work out and make sure that I can get out of the fight. Just nothing is really the opportunity just hasn't presented itself. So I've kind of just been training and living life and teaching and coaching, and this opportunity came across my plate, so I definitely had to jump on it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. It looks like on paper, it looks like it should be a great matchup between the two of you all.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very game, well-rounded opponent. He's an exciting fighter. He brings a fight to his opponents. He's aggressive. I mean, all things that I'm excited to be able to fight against. So.
Do you feel that your styles match up well with your wrestling background?
I think wrestling, jiu-jitsu, striking, I think it all matches up very well. I think it's going to be a very high-paced, high-action fight, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for, too. In my last few fights that were in the UFC, unfortunately, I felt like I was chasing my opponents around the cage. They were playing kind of the outside game, and I don't think that's going to be the case with this guy. I think he's going to bring the fight to me. I'm not going to have to really try to chase him down. So it's me really excited to be able to look forward to something like that.
How has the Ultimate Fighter experience helped your career?
Fighting in the UFC or talking about the show?
The show.
I wasn't on the show. I tried out for the show back in, what was it? It was the first bantamweight show. But, I mean, I think it could have hurt me if I got on the show because I think it shows the limelight of the wrong side of the sport. You know, I know they're supposed to sell TV ratings and things like that, but that's not what it's about. I think it's more about fighting. And I didn't make the show, but I still ended up getting in the UFC. So, I think it worked in my benefit because I worked the long route, worked my butt off, and came in through the back door, I guess you could say, and got that experience. Being in the big show was really amazing. Getting experience on that, being on the same fight cards as some of the greats out there. Some of the see, Daniel Cormier was on one of the cards I was on. Just being around those individuals really was kind of still eye-opening. I was like, wow, I'm getting to fight on these same cards and on the same canvas and stuff as these individuals. So it was very eye-opening. But it also made me realize how hard it takes to get there. But like they told me when I first got there, like it's hard to get here, but it's even harder to stay there, and that was 100% true.
Definitely. But that experience of the trying out, being able to compare yourselves and seeing what you needed to improve on, that probably helped, though, right?
Yeah. The tryouts themselves is kind of it's all over one day. It's pretty quick, pretty fast. You get a guy to see a lot of different styles, a lot of different people in a short amount of time. But it's I think you gain most of where your faults and holes are from other fights and seeing other opponents. I think that's really kind of where the UFC fights really did kind of show me where I was lacking, different aspects of my game, and where I can improve on and definitely be a better fighter.
So why are you a Gremlin?
Why am I a Gremlin? So I'm a big believer that you should never be allowed to choose your own nickname. I mean, that should be like a cardinal rule written somewhere that, it's a cardinal rule. You should never be able to choose your own nickname. Your nickname is not something you call yourself. It's something that your parents call you, your uncles call you, your friends, or whatever. And I acquired that nickname at the gym. Early on in my career, I was choking a teammate of mine who was also a former college teammate, and I was messing with him, trying to get a rear naked choking kind of on his back, and he kept fighting off my grip very well, so I started biting his ear, and I had my mouthpiece in, so I wasn't drawing blood or anything like that, so I started nibbling on his ear, and he let go of my hands and reached for my face, and I slid the choke in and finished him, and as he's throwing me off, he's yelling at me, calling me a gremlin. And then when he said it, then another guy said it, and it just kind of steamrolled that way. And I was like, no, that's what I'm not the gremlin I'm talking about. And it kind of stuck, and it's just something you gotta own. Again, it's like something you can't choose. It's something that's given to you. So.
I agree with you, yeah, because there's a lot of the fighters I've met over the years where they go, oh, I decided, for branding purposes, I wanted to be this, or that. I agree with you. It makes more sense. You gotta be given a nickname. You gotta earn the nickname, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what makes them unique. It's not something you call yourself, because then nicknames are kind of pointless if it's just something you call yourself.
What was the UFC fight night like going overseas?
That was one of the coolest experiences I've been fortunate to be a part of. The culture over there, the people, the environment. There was more people at the weigh-ins than there was at my next 2 UFC fights when I fought. It was just amazing. I mean, even though unfortunately I lost the fight, but it was just the experience in itself kind of made up for it. Just running into people that I have no idea. I'll never ever see this person again, and they want to take a picture. When I fought, they want to have a conversation. And what was actually funny was I went and watched. I was actually in Vegas when McGregor fought. I want to say when he fought Dennis Seaver, or one of his last fights over in Vegas. And I was actually in Vegas and went to the Joe Rogan show and ran into a guy that I had met in Dublin.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, it was amazing, and he remembered me. I didn't remember him, but he remembered me, and he told me what restaurant, or not restaurant, what bar we met at and stuff like that. And it was just oh, okay. It was amazing that over the span of a couple years, just the conversation carried with this guy for a while, and it was pretty cool. Just the culture, the people, they were extremely. They loved combat sports, and it just made that environment such. I would love to fight there again. I talked to one of my buddies, and I was like, man, we definitely got to go back to Ireland and fight there again. It was just such a cool experience. Definitely want to do that again.
It sounds great, yeah, how they've been expanding the footprint of the UFC, making it a global sport. I agree with you. Fights like that are a really nice opportunity for fans to be able to interact with the stars. So with the upcoming event on April 13th, any thoughts on the main event, or is it you're just focused on your own fight?
I've trained with Chandler a little bit early on in his career. He's a good guy. I'm excited to watch it. I think I was excited to watch it with Primus. Now I'm even more excited to watch it with Dritz. I think he's going to bring a lot more bang for your buck, I guess you could say. It's going to be an amazing fight either way, but yeah, like you said, I'm kind of more focused on my own ventures at this point, and going to be a spectator after my fight and watch the remaining fights after that.
Who would you like to thank for your success along the way? Who has really helped and impacted your career?
So, let's see, all my wrestlers, all the guys that helped push me in the wrestling room, the kids that I get to coach, I'm fortunate to coach, like Tyler Kreese, Peter Enos, Jack and Connor Flynn, just amazing kids, Nick and Ty McGee, these Ty Curler, all these kids that I've had the privilege and honor to get to coach. They've helped motivate me, keep me going on my passions and my career. So I want to thank them. Of course, my coaching staff at St. Charles MMA, Matt Ricehouse. They're amazing individuals that just they give up so much of their time. Patrick Christie, with Muay Thai, and Quentin O'Brien, those guys spend hours and hours and hours working combinations with the technique. They've cornered me in multiple fights in New York City fighting Muay Thai. They're amazing people. I've got I'm super blessed with the amount of people I have in my corner that just help to push me to become a better person.
On social media, how do fans follow you? Where would you recommend them go to learn more about you? Instagram, Facebook?
You can follow me. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at @JSampoMMA. I'm also on Instagram with MMA Gremlin. And I think I'm also on Snapchat at Gremlin Time. So you can find me on those avenues. And then Facebook, of course, I've got a fan page and a personal page. It's either Josh Sampo or Joshua Sampo. So.
Before I let you go, final thoughts on just the whole event in general. Why do people need to check out this fight? Why is this going to be just such an epic event this weekend?
I think it's because it's kind of one of your not backwoods events, but one of your smaller venues. But it's got all the fights are just going to be amazing. So it's those fights that don't get as much recognition have some of the better shows on it. If that makes sense, with not the biggest names, but you get the best entertainment out of it. So that's why I think people should tune in. If you really are a big fight fan and you enjoy good entertainment, this is the best venue for you.
I definitely see what you're saying there. You're saying you're going to get the quality, not so much the names. You're not going to get the the Madonna fighting J-Lo. Not that would ever happen, but you're going to get the the legit MMA, the true MMA in this event. It sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Thank you, Josh, for coming on the show.
Appreciate you having me. Thanks for your time, man.
Welcome.